Hey guys, this is Markus from ml-records.de, and I've decided to create another little series, and this one is especially about room mics for drums. And in this first part we are going to compare 3 room mic tracks that I've recorded with different microphones. And which microphones I've used I'm going to show you right now. The first one I want to show you are the Superlux R102. These are ribbon microphones, and normally ribbon microphones do not need phantom power, but they are needing it, so you have to put on phantom power to get something out of these ones. The second one are the SE Electronics VR1 or Voodoo. They're called Voodoo as well. And the third one I want to show you are the Austrian Audio OC818. And this is the only microphone I've used that is not a ribbon microphone, but you can set the characteristics to an 8 pattern as well. So normally ribbon microphones are recording in an 8 pattern around the microphone, and you can set the large diaphragm condenser microphones from Austrian Audio to an 8 pattern as well. So let me quickly show you the drum performance with a little video. So before we are starting going into Cubase and checking the microphones out, let me show you how I was setting up the microphones in the room. So let's have a look on this. So this is the way I arranged the microphones to capture the room. As you can see on the right, we got the Austrian Audio OC818. In the middle we got the SE Electronics Voodoo, and at the left we got the Superlux Ribbon R102. And as you can see, I've put them in the Blumleinstellung and put them together as much as possible. Yeah, this is the arrangement, and it is about, I don't know, 5 meters away from the drum set and almost on the height of the snare drum. And none of the microphones is facing the kit directly. All of them are set up the way that they only capture the reflections of the room. Okay, let's get into it. So let me show you the close mic tracks at first without any room tracks. And I want to mention before I'm going to show you the tracks that I've EQ'd the single tracks, and there will be a part of this series where I'm going to show you what I've done with the EQs. So the tracks sound like this. So pretty nice, I think. And let me quickly tell you which close microphones I've used. So I've used the Audix D6 for the kick drum. I've used the V7X from SE Electronics for the snare drum. I've used an Shure SM57 between the two tom-toms. And I've used the Biodynamic M160 for the overheads, and let's have a listen to them. I think they're very great for overheads. Check them out. So I'm more the guy who's going to capture the whole kit with the overheads and not only the cymbals. And I think the M160 are pretty good for this. Okay, let's have a listen to the different room tracks soloed. And I wanted to mention I've used as preamps, I've used the inbuilt preamps from my Antelope Goliath. So they're pretty clean. So we can compare them pretty good. I hope so. Okay, let's start with the Superlux. Okay, let's go on with the Voodoo. And the last one, the OC818. So I don't want to tell you anything I've heard so far. Let's have a directly comparison of these 3 stereo tracks. I will switch them in the order from the Superlux to the SE Electronics to the Austrian Audio and back. And after we had listened to them, we are going to talk a little bit about the things I'm hearing. Okay, my opinion for these 3 stereo tracks is that I've already ordered them the way they're getting more highs, I think so. So the Superlux microphones are pretty dark for me, and yeah, more fat in the mid-range or in the lower mids, but not so much. They got not this presence. So let's go to the next one, to the SE Electronics Voodoo, and I think they are the most balanced ones, if you ask me. And they got a pretty nice presence. They got a pretty nice low end. They got pretty cool mids. Okay, and I think the OC818s are pretty much all about the presence. They also got a nice low end, and the mids are nice as well, but for me, without any EQ, so these tracks all have no EQ on them except for one, a little low cut at 48 Hz and a little high cut at 18K. So this is everything I've done, and they are running through this group channel. So now you know my opinion. Let's do a direct comparison again, and I switch from the Superlux to the SE Electronics and to the Austrian Audio again. So the differences between the SE Electronics and the Superlux are not as big as to the Austrian Audio, but I think the Superlux are the ones that sounding less focused. So they sounding like they're falling apart for me. And for me, the Voodoos are the best microphones for these room tracks. So let's have a listen to all of these microphones again with the close microphones of the drum kit. We are starting in the same order as we done before. We're starting with the Superlux, then the S Electronics, and then the Austrian Audio. So I think the differences in with the close mics, the differences of the stereo tracks are not that big anymore. You definitely can hear that the characteristics of the room is changing with the mics, but that's not that much anymore, for my opinion. And I still like the Voodoo the most. So let me make a quick conclusion for this video and for the comparison. I haven't had nothing in mind when making these tracks, but now when I am going to compare these tracks in the mix with the close mics, I want to give a short conclusion about how much you should spend on a room microphone stereo set, because have in mind that you need 2 microphones to get a stereo track. And I don't think that you need the OC818s that are pretty expensive, I think, but I don't think you need the Superlux as well. So for me, the Voodoo's still the best of these 3. And yeah, I don't know, what's your opinion? Tell me in the comments, tell me which one you like, tell me which one you don't like. You can also tell me which one you are using. Perhaps I going to check them out as well. So this was the first part of the little series, and stay tuned for more. See you guys.